Ms. Brown Court, and the general election penciled in for Tuesday has created excitement online, with the road to CANAAN memes taking center stage on social media. NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga popularized the phrase after he likened himself to the biblical Joshua, saying just like Joshua, he will guide the Israelites, quote unquote, in this case Kenyans, to the promised land, which is Canaan. A witty Kenyan created a CANAAN meme taste on Facebook, which has left many who wanted to go to the promised land scratching their heads. Let's take a look at those memes. Alright, those are some of the memes created by some witty Kenyan out there on social media. That is Facebook, the social media platform Facebook, with curious Kenyans asking, will I really go to CANAAN? And if I go to CANAAN, what will be my role? Alright, and still on CANAAN memes, there is a video doing the rounds on social media of how people will resort to going to CANAAN when the call finally comes. And this phrase, heading to CANAAN, was popularized by NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga. Let's take a look at that video. That is what the CANAAN sensation can really do to people. When you hear the vehicle hooting and it's time to go to CANAAN, the haste and the energy around that particular journey and the excitement around it. That is what people are saying on social media in respect to the road to CANAAN memes. Alright, and talking of road to CANAAN, funny man CHIPUKEEZY has released a song titled Solo, which he sings that in whatever you do, including embarking on a journey to heaven or even CANAAN, you will go solo. Let's listen in. Alright, that is funny man CHIPUKEEZY saying that Laila alisimama solo. And President Uhuru Kenyatta was missing in action, and I think he was talking about the presidential debate which President Uhuru Kenyatta did not attend. And crossing borders to Tanzania, Tanzanian actress Wema Sepetu has said she will remove her uterus if she won't have conceived by age 32. Speaking to a Tanzanian Weekly, Wema Sepetu, who is currently 29 years old, says she regrets suffering a miscarriage of her twins in February last year. Wema Sepetu, in an April 2015 interview, confessed to having aborted the late actor Stephen Kanumba's baby, and according to her, that's when infertility problems began. Her ex-boyfriend Diamond Platnumz, whom she dated for 2 years between 2012 and 2014, will later ditch her for not being able to conceive. Alright, and to a very interesting and weird story from South Africa. And police in South Africa foiled an attempt to smuggle a stolen luxury car into Zimbabwe using donkeys to pull it across the Limpopo River. The suspects fled into the bushes towards Zimbabwe after their efforts to free the car from the sand failed. The thieves had put metal sheets under the wheels to make it easier for the donkeys to pull. It is not clear why the thieves did not drive the car into Zimbabwe, but according to a Johannesburg-based BBC reporter, one reason might be that most modern cars are fitted with a tracking device which uses satellite tracking to locate a vehicle if stolen. The tracker is only active when the car is running. And I'm just trying to imagine, why would somebody even use donkeys? How far can the donkeys go? That is the big question. Just how far can the donkeys pull those particular vehicles? And it will be remembered that sometime in December last year, such a stunt was also evident after donkeys were used to smuggle a car from South Africa into Zimbabwe. Probably they were stolen and they were trying to avoid being caught via the car's tracker. And a woman who gained a reputation as the sexiest motorcyclist on Instagram thanks to her risque outfits and even riskier style of riding was killed in a high-speed crash in the city of Vladivostok, Russia on Monday. 40-year-old Olga Pronina, known to her followers on Instagram as Monica, died almost instantly when she lost control of her BMW S1000RR while riding down a motorway in the early evening and struck the middle guard rail at high speed. A friend who arrived on scene minutes later told The Sun that the force of the crash sent the BMW's rear wheel bouncing almost 2,000 feet farther down the road. Let's take a look at that video.
Yeah, the song is different. I made this in an instant to create the distance. Yeah, let me kill it though. Okay. Sick of all the love songs. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. So I had to make a beat so they can really hear me rap. You don't wanna hear me snap. If you think you better, well then please step up the mat. Otherwise, just take it back. Freestyle on a road trip. Put up your best and I'll roast it. Fall so hard that the blood's on your suit.
Alright, the big question is just how far can somebody go with the stunts? If they end up being fatal like this just to gate Facebook, Instagram and even Twitter followers, it shouldn't really go that way. And this lady had over 170,000 followers on Instagram, and immediately after she died, she got 10,000 followers whom she will never get to see because she is no more. So when you're trying to actually engage in certain stunts so as to gate Facebook followers and even Instagram and even Twitter followers, just think about your life. At the end of the day, your life is bigger than those Facebook following and even the Instagram likes and approval. So be safe in whatever stunt that you do. And finally, Kanye West tour insurer Lloyds of London claims marijuana may have caused his mental breakdown late last year. The rapper is suing the insurance company, claiming it is refusing to pay him after he was forced to cancel shows in November last year. According to legal documents, Lloyds suggests marijuana may have led to Kanye's mental health issues in a bid to invalidate the performer's insurance claim. The 40-year-old is asking for 1 billion Kenyan shillings in damages, claiming the company has yet to pay him out for his cancelled shows. It will be remembered sometime last year in November, Kanye West really suffered a breakdown which made people so worried, especially his followers and fans on social media, asking what was up with Kanye West. And now the insurer claims that Kanye West actually consumed more of BHANG, and that is why he had a breakdown and did not perform in his concerts, hence the cancellation. And that story from the United States of America about Kanye West brings us to the end of Trends and Entertainment segment. My name is Brano Coates. Follow us at eDaily Kenya on Telegram, on Facebook and Twitter to have the latest scoop on matters entertainment. My Twitter handle is at RealBrianOcourt, and let's continue our conversation there. Meanwhile, we're going for a short break, but when we come back, Lulu Hassan will come back with a Swahili edition of Citizen Extra. Do have a fulfilling afternoon ahead.